everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Maple Grove. This is our 65th event of the year. My name is Helen Day, and I'm Vice President of the Friends of Maple Grove, who sponsor all of the events that you find here at the center. We have quite a program for you today. This is the third year that we have hosted the African Folk Heritage Circle, and every year it gets bigger and better. So we're very excited to see their program today for Kwanzaa. We dedicate every one of our events to someone who is buried here at the cemetery, and we remember them in that way. So to quote that 3,000-year-old proverb that's etched on the doorway downstairs, it says to say the name of the dead is to bring them back to life. So today we remember Kyle Jean-Baptiste, who was the youngest actor to play Jean Valjean on Broadway, and the first African American. And sadly, he lost his life very shortly after starting that role. So we remember him. He's buried here at Maple Grove, and we always keep his memory in our hearts. So thank you for remembering him also. And we hope that after the performance, you will join us downstairs for a little reception. We have some artwork up on the walls. We also sponsor local artists, and this time we have local art from PS 99, from the students, to accent some artwork by a world-famous artist, Stan Mullins, who has painted these beautiful depictions of Nikola Tesla. Nikola's not buried here, but his extremely close associates and assistants, Coleman Zito and his son, are buried here. So we remember them by seeing these artworks, and there are more downstairs that you'll see in the gallery. And so, I would like to also introduce our intern for this winter, Raj.
Salutations all, my name is Raj Latsmiya Chirji, or Raj if you happen to get it tongue twisted. I serve as an intern for the Friends of Maple Grove and as the webmaster. So if you happen to RSVP for one of our events, I'm the one in charge of putting up the flyers, the past events, etc. So some housekeeping tips that I want us to keep in mind is the bathrooms are downstairs. So when you go down the stairs, you just turn straight and you see it down there. In case of an emergency, we have the red exit signs in which we can exit out in the staircase downstairs. Please keep your phones on silent. If you happen to need to take a phone call for any kind of emergency, please step out and be mindful of each other's space and noise. Thank you so much for attending, and I would like the audience to thank the African Folk Heritage Circle. The Friends of Maple Grove always tries to make sure that we can host events here. So I want to thank the musicians, the ones that made sure that this is possible, and we hope that every year we can host these kinds of events, because I think everyone deserves a chance to celebrate for every year we come here. Thank you so much.
Without further ado, I give you the African Folk Heritage Circle and Lynette Braxton.
Thank you, Helen. And thank you, Friends of Maple Grove. As she said, this is our third year. And I am so excited because this is my first year here. I am usually back home with my family in Louisiana during this time. So I'm excited that I can participate in this wonderful celebration called Kwanzaa. And to see so many of you guys.
Yes.
What a treat. Because we had winter storm warnings, all the snow, and you guys made it. So I think you guys deserve a round of applause. She said I should too, so I just did. Thank you. My name is Lynette Braxton, and I was just recently elected as the president of the African Folk Heritage Circle. So I am honored to be here. And the lady who nominated me, you guys already know her. Her name is Thelma Ruffin Thomas. I'm sure that she served as as president for many, many years. And before that, she was the vice president of the African Folk Heritage Circle. African Folk Heritage Circle is almost coming up on its 30th year anniversary. So Thelma has been a part of that almost from day one. So I'm honored that she nominated me to take the helm of this wonderful organization whose goal and mission is to teach and to share our culture with everyone. So again, I'm just so happy to be here. And we have some wonderful storytellers who are going to share some stories with you about the principles of Kwanzaa. But before we do that, Kwanzaa is about community. It's about family. It's about heritage. It's about music and dancing and food, and we gonna do all of that today, y'all. So I'm so glad that you came, and I hope you don't run away when we start saying, can you join me? All right. So, can y'all join me?
All right.
All right. Yeah, y'all gotta do it. So for those who can, I need you to go out in the little foyer area, and there are some bottles called, we call them shake-away, because one of the Kwanzaa principles is called Ko'oma, which means creativity. So you use anything around your house, you use your talents, your gifts, and that's what Kwanzaa is about, celebrating. So out there is some handmade, old used bottles of pills that I don't need to take no more. And it's painted, my daughter painted it. And we put some beans in it, like some pinto beans and some black-eyed pea beans and all that kind of stuff, so we can make our own music. So if you can join me, please go out there and get a shaker. Now those who cannot go out, please hold your hands up. Because what we're going to do is we're going to process inside with the drummers, dancing and doing our shake and parade. And we're going to go around the Kwanzaa table.
All right, follow the leader.
Okay. So we're going to play Happy Kwanzaa. Right, we're going. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa. In our culture, we always start off with a libation. And that is pouring of water on a beautiful plant, something that's alive. Because we're alive. And we remember our ancestors. So my good friend, James Singletary, is going to perform the libation for us. And I'll let him tell what we would like your participation to be.
Good afternoon.
So
So
as we continue with the ceremony.
as we continue with the Kwanzaa celebration, we will continue to engage in the pouring of the libation. As Ms. Lynn has already said, libation is a very important practice in the African culture that they use to welcome and to celebrate and to honor and to remember our ancestors. And it's just a part of our tradition as a diasporic people that we practice whenever we engage in bringing the communities together to celebrate, like so here today with Kwanzaa. So I have a template here that I'm going to lead us through through the libation, and then as I pour, you all are going to say "Akiwen." As I pour out things, and then after each phrase you say "Ashe." So practice it with me. Ashe.
Ashe.
All right, here we go. So we're in agreement, right? In the community, we're in agreement together. Right? It's almost like a substitution for amen in the context of church if you go to church, right? It's just a phrase that we use to say that we're in agreement and we're together. All right? So here we go. Oludumare to the Supreme. Ms. Lynn, as you we can just hold this for me.
Yes.
Thank you. Oludumare, the Supreme. Ashe. Nanyame, the Eternal One. Ashe. I gotta make this bigger, so sorry. Left my glasses. Olarum, the owner of heaven. Ashe. Mawu, nothing is greater. Ashe. Nazambi, sovereign of the universe. Ashe. Chakubu, the spirit, the great spirit. Ashe. To the spirit guide who watched our ancestors and sailed across the waters into this new and hostile land, we say Ashe. I am James Edward Singletary, the son of James Washington and Ethel May Singletary. And to the familiar and the immediate ancestors, we ask that the participants here, as you want to remember someone, you call their name and you can say, call out their names, like so. I'm gonna pour in honor of Lorraine Hansberry. Ashe. Malcolm X. Ashe. Add your names, whatever names you want to call out. Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Dr. Marshall.
Ashe. 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 And who's the young man who we honored at the top? What was his name?
Haji Baptiste.
Ashe. Okay, thank you. Ashe. To the element of earth, it is where we belong. Earth is our home. Earth gives us the sustenance and the unconditional, and it makes it possible for us to feel connected. Earth is where we go to and where we depart from. Earth is about the belonging. Earth is protection. It reflects her undivided commitment to us. We in turn protect her because she defines us and provides us with abundance of resources. Ashe. To our children, most important in the village, and to our community, as we remember our Sarujic duty to rebuild, to repair. To our children, our village, and the community, we are here to remember, to recommit, to reimagine, and to renew ourselves for our community, in the families and the families that we serve. In your many names, manifestations, and revelation, to the one who created the trees, the bees, the leaves, the fleas, and the bees, and the wees, the U-Hauls, and them and theirs. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I'm back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, James, for bringing us down that road of remembrance of when we get together, because that's what our organization is called, about the heritage, our heritage. So in our heritage, we love to tell stories, and that's what we are here for. But you notice when you walk in, I had you guys to walk around this beautiful table to be a part of this celebration. But did you notice anything? Did you know what some of this stuff was? What it stands for? Nobody? I didn't either. So I asked the lady who knows more about it, and her name is Betty. Betty is going to come and share some information about some of the things that we see here that are key elements of Kwanzaa. Let's welcome Betty.
My name is Betty, Dr. Yalombe. I am the daughter of Paulette Victorin, the granddaughter of Carmen de Villeneuve, and the great-granddaughter of Victoire. I like to introduce myself matrilineally so that we continue to honor the ancestors. And right now, one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little thing here. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's on the table here. As you know, Kwanzaa stands for the first harvest, the first fruit. Back in the old days, after planting the season, the village would come together with all the harvests. Okay, so I'm going to introduce to you the different symbol. It would be great if somebody would hold this for me.
Okay.
All right.
I wonder who that could be.
That would be. Kwanzaa have 7 basic symbols, okay, and 2 supplementary ones. So right here, the primary symbol of Kwanzaa, okay, is the mazeo, the crops, as I just explained to you, okay? They are symbolic of African harvest, celebration, and of the reward of productive and collective labor, okay? Then we have the makika, that's the mat, okay?
I'm gonna hold it up so you guys can see it.
It's a makika.
It's
the
like
mat.
a bamboo mat.
Okay, and this is symbolic of our tradition and history, and therefore the foundation on which we build. Okay? Then we have the Kanara. Okay, this is symbolic of our roots, our parents, the people in continental Africa. Okay, we're gonna get to that. Okay, then we have the Muhindi, the corn. Okay, this is symbolic of our children and our future, which they embody. Okay, then we have the Kinkombe. Okay, the Kinkombe cha, which is the Umoja, the unity cup. This is symbolic of the foundational principle and practice of unity, which makes all else possible. Then we have the Mishu no Saba, the 7 candles. These are symbolic of the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles, the matrix, and minimum set of value which African people are urged to live by in order to rescue and reconstruct their life in their own image and according to their own needs. All right? Then we have the Zawadi, the gifts. Okay, these are symbols of the labor and love of parents and the commitment made and kept by the children, usually books or something that is made from your hand. That's how Kwanzaa is celebrated. Okay, so now you will probably see the bandera in front, right? The bandera right here. Okay. This is a bandera, okay? It uses the green, red, and black. Black for the people and unity, red for the struggle, bloodshed, and sacrifice, and the green for the future, hope, land, and growth from the struggle, representing the core value of African heritage and community building. So that's why we always, and you see the balloons on the floor, right? All right. So now, what did you want me to talk about?
Just that, what was on the table, so
Okay.
that everybody would know.
And the 7 principle again,
7 principles.
which is the Nguzo Saba, you see it all around, right?
Okay, over by where the drummers are, you'll see the sign that says Nguzo.
Nguzo Saba.
Thank you.
Yes. And the first one is the Umoja. Okay. Second one is Ujichagulia, self-determination. Then we have Ujima, which is collective work and responsibility. Ujama, cooperative economic. Nia, purpose. Ubumba, creativity. and faith. And Kwanzaa begins on December 26th and it ends on January 1st. It is a cultural family celebration. It doesn't replace anything. It's not political. It's a celebration to bring those who have struggled and share the same ancestry to come together, to be aware of who they are and to celebrate together. Anything else I missed?
No, ma'am.
All right.
Ms. Thelma gonna add more to it.
Oh, well, one other thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
There is a special way of lighting the candles.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I need to just
Yeah.
Okay, on the first day, we always start with Umoja, the black candle. Then we go to Kujichagulia, self-determination, and that's on the second day. The third day is Ujima. The fourth is Ujama. Then on the fifth day, we start to the right with the first candle, Nia, which is purpose. And then on the sixth day, Kurumba. And then the last day, January 1st, is Imani, which is faith. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. You notice a lot of times we do things and we don't even know why we're doing them. So this is why we wanted to take a moment just so that you guys would understand what do these things mean, and also to be able to enjoy the celebration. To know it's not political, it's not religious, it's about family and community. And Miss Thelma Ruffin-Thomas is going to tell us a little bit more about Kwanzaa.
Well, thank you. Well, I probably will repeat a few things that Bethy, Dr. Victorian, has said, but it bears repeating, because sometimes we didn't hear it. And we said, what did she say? So I'm going to do a little bit repeating of why we celebrate Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was first celebrated in 1966 as an African American holiday, which has its roots in African cultural traditions. It was created by a scholar, an educator, and an activist, Dr. Mulana Karenga. Dr. Karenga chose the word Kwanzaa from the Swahili language, which is an East African language that is not tied to any specific group or tribe. The word Kwanzaa is a Swahili word that means first fruit of the harvest. Harvest is a word that means to gather the fruits and vegetables that were planted during the beginning of the dry season. In America, Kwanzaa serves as a regular communal celebration of African and African American culture and the bonds between us and Africans throughout the disaster. Kwanzaa, as Bethy has said, begins on December 26th and concludes on January 1st. We, as African Americans, are challenged with living these principles throughout the year. And you've heard the 7 principles, and the 7 principles are called Nguza Saba, the 7 principles. And as we go through the program, you will hear the repeating these things so that by the time you leave here, you know something.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Thelma Ruffin-Thomas, who has been with the organization, as I said, almost from the beginning. We're so honored and blessed that she is here with us. This woman is a world traveler and also an Olympic winner in swimming. And she's a young chickadee. And do you mind sharing how old you are?
91.
91. Woo, child, them in Nguza Saba must be working, because for 91, and it's about living good. It's about sharing what you have, working together, just loving. I'm going to talk about a story about Umoja. I like saying that name. I like saying them all, in fact. Umoja is about unity. Now, this is kind of like a true or maybe not true story, so I'll let you be the judge of that. When I was growing up back home in Louisiana, not too long ago when I was young, girl, I remember my parents trying to vote. During that time, back in the, I think it was the 60s, that they were not allowed to vote in Louisiana. And if they did attempt to vote, they had to take this thing called the test. That test was so rigged, nobody could answer. But my mama and my daddy and the community said, we're gonna work together. If we unify together, we're gonna be able to change some things around here. But it was dangerous. I remember them going into the schools. At that time, back in the day, they used to have something called a PTA. Do they still have that here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They still have it? Okay. Well, back then, Mama and Daddy and the neighbors, they would get together in the middle of the night, and they would talk about plans on how they were going to unify to be able to go and vote. I remember them talking about, don't let nobody know what you're doing. Be careful of who you talk to. Even though you work with Johnny, and Johnny be smiling all in your face, you better be careful. As I was growing up hearing that, you better be careful, I thought, Mama, Daddy, they don't know what they talking about. You know how it is when you're young. You think your parents are all out of date, they don't know nothing. Well, I had gone to school, and I was going to this all-girls Catholic school. And I'm listening to them talk about their parents who were doctors and lawyers and senators and all this other good stuff. And I'm thinking, I could talk about whatever they talk about because I'm in the same school with them. Even though my daddy was one of them, I think you call him a blue collar, one of those people that work so hard and hardly get no money. Well, my dad was like that. But they always taught me, you somebody. And you gonna always be somebody. Don't let nobody tell you no different. Well, I say, oh, okay. So when I was sitting around talking with them and listening to them, I learned a little bit about that test. Because they were talking about how their parents were the ones that was putting that test together. Well, I just sat in that little circle like a fly, listening to everything and taking notes so that I can come back and tell my parents what I heard. So that on the next test, these people wanted to know the most outrageous things that nobody would ever know. It's like if you went into an old-fashioned gas station and you would see a great big jar with coins in it or buttons or something, and they would say, you can win $1,000 if you can name how many are in there. That's how it felt when I got ready to tell my parents I won the lottery. Let me tell you what they said they're going to be doing on that test. Can you guys hear me?
You can still read it.
Okay. So, I pushed it by accident. I think, okay. So, when I went home to tell Mom and Daddy what I had heard, talking about unity, when they met the next night with all the rest of the community, they passed that information on to their group. And they told them, don't tell nobody. Well, they went in, a handful of them. They went in and they started passing them tests. So Mr. Johnny started trying to figure out, how they know? Some other people don't even know the answer. How they know this? So each batch of people that went to take the test, they were passing. and you would know. They changed the test. And I just sit in my little fly seat with all my classmates and listen to them talk about how them tests got changed. And I would go back to my mom and my daddy until we were able, as a unified group, force them to allow mom and daddy to be able to vote. But I grew up in that time when your neighbor was not a stranger. Everybody worked together, always considering the other person. And so when I celebrate Kwanzaa, I think about mom and daddy, mostly because of the heritage and what they taught me, and also because of all the principles that we have to live, and not just for African American, as people. We have to love one another. Don't give up. Have self-determination. And as I think about self-determination, we have a special storyteller, and you guys probably know her. Her name is Rainbow D. And Rainbow D is going to be talking to us about the second principle. Nia? Okay. Well, I ain't got my notes. Who's supposed to be Coochie Chakalia? None of y'all want to do it? Okay. So, who do you have? What principle? Ujima.
The other was Marcus, I think.
Marcus had Kuumba.
I thought I heard Ujima.
Oh, Lord. Well, we're going to hear two stories about Ujima.
All right.
Okay. So, I kind of led myself into the self-determination. Still talking about when I was growing up. And it was a very segregated time. But I was so determined that I was going to do my best and I am going to succeed. Well, it wasn't easy because one of the things that I wanted to do was go horseback riding. I just love that. Well, I'm from Louisiana and it's all country and all this other stuff. It's not Coochie Chakalia. Oh, okay.
I have a story.
Oh, you got a story about Coochie Chakalia? Well, come on up, girl. This is about community.
Hello. I just remembered. It was 2016. I was part of African Folk Heritage Circle, and the founder, Dr. Joyce Duncan and Mama Thelma, had partnered with FMG A Kwanzaa, and they started the Kwanzaa Kids. Okay, and it was around that time that I, Bethy Victorine, decided, you know what, I was in that intersection in my life where I was ready to, I was touching into my self-determination, which is to name yourself, to build for yourself. And what ended up happening is we ended up going to a National Black Storyteller, and I was accompanied by my elders, and I heard about Adina. Adina is a naming ceremony, a Ghanaian naming ceremony. It was in Georgetown, Philadelphia, do you remember? And I went with my son, and when we finished the National Black Storyteller, we drove, and I went in, and it was the Asante Molifi Center. And I had to write 2 paragraphs about myself, and I did, and after which we gather, and always in a circle, okay, because that's the energy, you know. And they gave me a name. They gave me my name, and it was Ya Ilombe. And Ya Ilombe, Ya meant that I was born on a Thursday. So in Ghana, all the people are named after the day of the week. And Ilombe means I am very generous. And then my elder, Dr. Joyce Duncan, who knew I was in school for my doctorate at the Hebrew Union College and about to get my degree in the Doctor of Ministry in Education and Counseling, she insisted on calling me Dr. Ya. And that's when everybody started calling me Dr. Ya Ilombe. But it was important to me to self-determine. I love my name Bethy because it was given to me by my godmother. Okay, and it's spelled B-E-T-H-Y. Okay, but I wanted to self-determine, and I was able to do that by getting my new name through the Dina as Dr. Ya Ilombe. Thank you.
As we said, Kwanzaa is an opportunity to share. It is about community. It is about sharing your heritage. So as Dr. Bethy shared her story about self-determination, would anyone like to share a story that they've had to overcome and were successful? Y'all had an easy life like that? Oh, well, I want to hear about that easy life. Because, honey, it ain't been easy for me. But yet, here I am. And so, come on in, y'all. Now, everybody looking at y'all. Don't mean to draw no attention to yourselves, right? Come on in. We have seats all over.
This one.
And thank you for coming.
Yes.
So, self-determination, as Dr. Bethy said. We have to name ourselves. We can't be letting anyone tell us who we are and believing it. No. We have to know that we are the best. We were created to be the best. And so therefore we have to live the best. And with Kwanzaa, we are reminded of that each and every day. So as we move along to our third Kwanzaa principle, is this where I have two storytellers? Ujima? Ain't nobody saying nothing. Huh?
Yeah, Ujima.
You have Ujima?
Yes. Oh, well, I can take, does anyone have purpose?
No.
Nia's purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ujima, come on up.
I have Ujima.
Yeah. Come on up, honey.
Come on, Ujima.
Ujima is collective work and responsibility. Again, when Dr. Karinga created this holiday, he had gone back to Africa and saw how Africans celebrate their first harvest, how they celebrated community. And during the civil rights riots back in the 60s, that's when people were saying that blacks were no good. Blacks, you couldn't trust them. We have to eliminate them. And so Dr. Karinga said, no, we're not believing anything that these people say. And he decided that we were going to celebrate who we are each and every day by celebrating these 7 principles. So, Miss Venetia Stevenson, the granddaughter of Thelma Ruffin Thomas, is going to come and share it, and we haven't seen you in a long time. Ah, so good to see you. So you're gonna tell us a story. Oh, thank you for coming. Oh my gosh, we used to tell stories all the time and then we got busy. And so I haven't seen her in years and years, and I thank you for coming. So, if we can have a little drum roll or something to bring in our next storyteller, Ujima. Okay. Thank you. Everybody, please welcome Venetia Stevenson.
Thank you. The name of this story is called Get Comfortable Not Knowing. There once was a village that had among its people a very wise old man. The villagers trusted this man to provide them answers to their questions and concerns. One day, a farmer from the village went to the wise man and said in a frantic tone, "Wise man, help me. My ox has died and I have no animal to help me plow my field. Isn't this the worst thing that could possibly happen?" The wise old man replied, Maybe so, maybe not. The farmer hurried back to the village to report that the wise man had gone mad. Surely this was the worst thing that could possibly happen. Why couldn't he see this? The next day, however, a strong young horse was seen near the man's farm. And because he had no ox to rely on, he decided to capture the horse to replace his ox. And he did. How joyful the farmer was. Plowing the field had never been easier. The farmer went back to the wise man to apologize. You were right, wise man. Losing my ox was not the worst thing that could have happened. It was a blessing in disguise. I never would have captured my new horse had that not happened. You must agree that this is the best thing that could possibly happen. The wise man replied once again,
Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe not.
Not again, thought the farmer. Surely the wise man had gone mad now. But the farmer did not know what was to happen. A few weeks later, the farmer's son was riding the horse and was thrown off. He broke his leg and would not be able to help with the crop. Oh no, thought the man, and now we will starve to death. He went back to the wise man. This time he said, how did you know that capturing my new horse was not a good thing? You were right again. My son is injured and won't be able to help with the crop. This time I'm sure that this is the worst thing that could possibly happen. You must agree this time. But just as he had done before, the wise man calmly looked at the farmer, and in a compassionate tone, he replied,
Maybe so. Maybe not.
Enraged that the wise man could be so ignorant, the farmer rushed back to the village. The very next day, troops arrived to take every able-bodied man to a war that had just broken out. The farmer's son was the only young man from the village that didn't have to go. He would live while the others would surely die. The moral of this story provides a powerful lesson. We don't know what's going to happen. We just think we do. Often, we make a big deal out of something. We blow up scenarios in our mind of all the terrible things that are going to happen. Most of the time, we are wrong. If we keep our cool and stay open to possibilities, we can be reasonably certain that eventually all will be well. Remember, maybe so, maybe not. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Oh, I miss you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh my gosh. It's like homecoming. Oh my, thank you. And my first Kwanzaa here in Queens. I'm so excited. So, right now,
we have a little treat for you. We're gonna have some drumming, and then after the drumming, just a little drumming, we're gonna have a raffle. And one of the raffles is part of the Kwanzaa setting. And the gifts that we give our children are mostly educational, like someone had mentioned before about books. And it's not about the things that you buy in the store. It's what comes from your heart. What did you create? What did you want? What was the purpose of this gift that you are giving? So Thelma Ruffin Thomas has some gifts that she would like to share. And I don't know if you guys have gotten.
Oh, the books are there.
The books are here.
And everyone who came got a raffle ticket.
Did everyone get a raffle
Yeah.
ticket?
So,
Okay.
you could put it in, maybe you can put it in one of the things and stir it up. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Do I get that?
Oh, you
Are you
need
ready?
raffle
Do you have more
tickets?
raffle tickets?
Yeah, they got the raffle ticket.
So we have four chances to win something. All because of Miss Thelma. Okay. So, oh, did you guys get a ticket? Yep. Okay, everybody got a ticket, everybody got a ticket. All right, we don't miss out on anybody, okay. And,
This is Mama Thelma's tradition.
yes, and so when you come up, you will be able to choose one of the little books these are children's books.
All right, are we ready?
Are we ready? Drum roll, please.
I get to pick.
That music, it just make you want to get up and do something.
You know why we're gonna give the honor to Mama Thelma?
Yes.
Okay. Here is the ticket, and it's 0839304.
Wow, good eyes.
Okay, look.
No, Venetia, let someone else get
Yeah, I
that.
was gonna say that, can I
All right, then.
give it to one of the children?
Yes.
Or they do it again? Okay.
We're doing it again.
Okay.
0839320.
They would think that was.
Do we have a winner? For children. Hey! We got a winner for children's book. That's it for now. And you can choose any one of these little children's books. Oh, you guys.
Thank you.
So excited. You're very welcome. Thank you for being
All right,
here.
Mr. Angelo.
Okay, so before we move on to our next Ujima, correct? Before we move on to our next Ujima, we're gonna have a little drumming. And if you feel like you got to get up and move, do it. We will join you in a circle. And some people are just dancing in their chairs. That's good too. But I don't know nothing about no African dance. You know African dance, right? African dance. He went, hey, well, we can pretend. Come on.
think to whoop, whoop. Oh. Take two. It doesn't work? Make it work. Okay, so in the meantime, yeah. In the meantime, please, thank you so very much for sharing that. Oh, you don't know what a pleasure that was for me to move my body. Because, thank you.
I didn't think that I could do it. But with self-determination, I did it. And I'm so proud of myself. So please introduce yourselves to our wonderful community. Come.
Hi, my name is Crystal.
What? Crystal? My name's Crystal.
Hi, my name's Ariana.
And wait a minute, where did you guys learn how to do these beautiful dance movements?
We take African dance.
Sorry,
Yeah, just speak loud, sweetheart.
Yeah, so we take African dance school.
And where's the dance school?
It's in Rosedale.
Rosedale, Queens. And who's your teachers?
Her name is Miss Elise.
Elise, Miss Elise. Well, we want to thank you, Miss Elise, for teaching these wonderful young people the beautiful dance of movement and with the drums. And you guys did an excellent job. Girl, them legs way up here. You trying to hurt me, girl. Oh, not good. I was a try. I'm going to sleep good tonight. I want to thank you guys so much. Can I get an encore? Encore? Okay. Would you guys like, and if you guys would like to come up and join, would you like to get that?
No encore. We don't have to.
No.
We don't have enough time. We got other speakers. We're supposed to finish at 4 and it's after 3.
It's already after 3?
Yeah.
Yes, it's after 3.
Okay.
Let them go.
Yeah, let's give them another great big round of applause. Thank you guys. Thank you so very much for coming. Thank you. You have just made this celebration so real because it's about generations and coming together and sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's what they do. They've been dancing. She's been dancing for 10 years at her school. She's been there 40 years. And now they compete all over.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. So, as I have been told, we don't have much more time. So, we want to get in the rest of our storytellers. So, we have another Ujima. And please help me welcome Vienna Carroll. Thank you. This story takes place in 1835. I want to thank the Greater Abolition Society of Philadelphia for inviting me, Philomena Wilson, to address you on behalf of the Free Colored Ladies Society for helping our colored see. And I want to tell you my freedom story, which starts as inspiration from the abolitionist David Walker. Now you might know David Walker, who is unfortunately no longer with us. He was born in the South, but he was born to a free mother, so he himself was free. He stayed in the South for a while, but he could not bear it. And he made his way up to Boston, where he joined other abolitionists and began to work very hard. He bought a clothing shop, and he was a tailor. And he was from the group of abolitionists which we call radical abolitionists. They did not want to be in the courts and pray for freedom. They wanted the people to rise up. And as you can imagine, that was not a popular opinion of the day. It was so unpopular that when he wrote his own book, he could not find anyone to publish it. So he bought his own printing press and printed out his book in his tailor shop. And how did he distribute it? He distributed it with the black watermen and the sailors, because black men were very, and are still, very active, moving the goods and the papers along the rivers of our waterways, all up and down the coast and to the islands, and some black men make their way all the way over to Europe. So what he would do with these sailors is they would come to his shop and he would take pages from his book and he would sew them into their uniforms. And they would go about their business, and that is how they distributed David Walker's book all up and down the East Coast. Now, where I come into it was I was born in Richmond. And I was born on a farm, a plantation. My mother was a sewer, so I also became a tailor. And when I reached the age of 13, 14, I got hired out to a tailor in Richmond. I joined a reading circle, which was not legal, but I learned how to read. And we would read the most wonderful, we read the Bible, of course, but we also read
911. If you are calling.
No, we didn't.
We also read the Haitian Declaration of Independence. And we also read the abolition literature that would come our way. And we had heard about this David Walker and the differences that the abolition societies had, and we were very interested in that. And so when one day a sailor approached me and asked me to fix his uniform, I was elated. And he gave me his uniform, and I went on up into the room of my boarding house. I closed the doors. I covered the windows, and I began to pick apart the uniform. And I picked, and I picked, and I read David Walker's appeal in 4 articles with a preamble to the colored citizens of the world, and particularly and most expressly to those of the United States of America, a very long title. And he went on to say that people should rise up and take their freedom.
Yes.
And one really quote that stuck with me, it really stuck with me. It is no more harm for you to kill a man who is trying to kill you than it is for you to take a drink of water. I was so excited. I was mortified. I was afraid. I was thrilled. And I picked, and I picked, and I read. And I read all night, and I picked all night. I was a great tailor, so I was able to put that sailor's uniform back together and give it to him. And I passed along David Walker's tome to my reading book. And I thought about that thing, and I thought about that thing, and I thought about that thing. I thought about it when I was delivering those beautiful gowns to those beautiful homes, and I would see those beat up ladies beating up their servants, and the men leering and interfering with the young girls, and all of the terrible things which I don't need to recount to you, that are part and parcel of slavery. And finally, I decided that I had had enough. So I approached one of those sailors, having come to know them, and I asked them if they could please give me passage. And they did, and because I was hired out, I had a little money set aside, and I was able to contribute, and I got stowed away, and it was dark, and it was cold, and it was hot, and I was hungry, and I was scared out of my mind. But we reached safe passage here in Philadelphia, and I thought I would know when I crossed from the slave waters to the free waters. I thought I would feel it, but I didn't. And I'm still learning what freedom is. And that is why I'm here addressing you, Abolition Society of Philadelphia, to ask for your assistance in helping me help us, the free ladies of helping our seamen continue their great work on the Underground Railroad, which we know far too little about and gets far too little attention. So I thank you in advance for your contribution. I thank you. He delivered Daniel from the lion den, Jonah from the belly of the whale, Hebrew children from the mighty Pharaoh, and why not every man did my Lord deliver? Daniel, deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel. Did my Lord deliver Daniel? And why not every man? And we appreciate all the love and creativity that he brings, and all of the joy and energy that make you gotta get up and do something. Even if you just bob your head, you gotta do something. That music sounds so good. So thank you, Owusu. Thank you.
Thank you.
So as we go on to the next one, Ujamaa is cooperative economics. And I guess I'm gonna do that one too. Well, I had read this story, and I thought about some of the things when I grew up. All the big things that I wanted to do. Like I said, I wanted to learn how to ride a horse. I wanted to own my own business. But I needed people to be able to teach me how to do that. And unfortunately, it was not an easy task. But I found some people that did help me to learn more about the things that I wanted to do. Now, in that process of learning, I had some friends who were so creative. They started off with the lemonade stand. Now, his name was Mark. Now, Mark had this lemonade stand. He was so excited because it was summer in Louisiana, and you know it's so hot sometimes. It's like 100-something degrees. And he said, I can make some money because I'm standing near, very close to wherever all the action is down thing is, when he set up his lemonade stand, he had all the lemons, he had all the water, he got to have the ice in Louisiana, you got to have some ice. And he put up his big, beautiful signs. In fact, he used some signs like that with all the colors on it. I think he even tried to use the word Regina in a cooperative, trying to bring people in, you know? So he decided that he was going to give people some lemonade first. You know, just to entice them. You know how sometimes we go shopping and they say, take a sample. You go and take a sample. Well, that's what he did. Well, he had that beautiful lemonade with all the signs and all the balloons and all everything. And the people started coming because it was hot. It must have been about 120,000 degrees. And so they came, and I was sitting there watching, because I'm always that fly on the wall. So I'm sitting there watching people take it and sweat just falling all down their face, getting ready to have this great big gulp of lemonade. And when they do, they start spitting it out. Oh no! That's what everybody said. Oh! Come to find out, he didn't put no sugar in it. He thought everybody was having diabetes. So he did not want to cause nobody else no diabetes. So that's why he didn't put no sugar in it. I said, boy, you can't be doing that because some people don't have the diabetes. Some of them, they can drink the sugar. He said, but I ain't got no money for no sugar. So we had a friend whose daddy worked down up in them cane fields. And so we knew if we went over there, and Sarah would be able to get some of that beautiful raw sugar straight from the... Did y'all ever eat a real sugar cane? Who had it? Y'all had it? Oh. See, now we got to introduce them to a sugar cane, real sugar cane. Especially if you put it in the refrigerator and it gets all nice.
Sample of a sugar cane.
Go get it, girl. Now, how she happened to have a sugar cane? I love it. Thank you, Miss Betty. So we got the sugar. Oh, there she goes. Now, Mom.
They come in different colors, and this is the purple one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what it look like?
That's one of them. Yeah, it can be green, but and
Pass it
the
around,
country
guys.
Of course, gotta have
A sugar cane.
and it's very sweet. This is what they profited on during colonial times. Right? Yes.
And they still do it in Louisiana.
That's it.
So please pass it around. That's a real sugar cane. So, So we were able to get that sugar, that pure sugar, that brown sugar. That was the raw sugar. Before you know, when they take it and they put all them processes in it and all this other kind of stuff, and then they make it into this white kind of sugar, and everybody get that diabetes with that white kind of sugar. Well, we got that beautiful, it was amber brown, and then we went and put that kind of sugar into his lemonade. Well, then people started coming by and they started liking all that he had. But then one of our neighbors said, you know what? We need to work together. How about if we have some watermelon on the side? Some nice cold watermelon during this hot summer. And so they decided that they were going to take that watermelon and squeeze it to make some juice along with that lemonade. Oh, baby, it was so good. And I was looking and taking notes on how do you run a business. First, you got to work with folk. And if you don't have the money, then you go to somebody that do have the money, and you make them all kind of promises. And you tell them, now if you loan me this, I'm going to pay you back. But then the loaner says, I'm going to give you that money, but you're going to have to give me your firstborn child for 25 cents? No, I can't give you my first. You can take my second, but not the first. So I learned then that you gotta work together, that cooperative, people coming together and whatever talent and skills that you have, that's what you work together to build up a inheritance and legacy for your family. And I learned that and didn't even know about the Kwanzaa principles. So when I finally learned about the Kwanzaa principles, I was like, oh, we've been doing this all the time. And as we grow and learn and talk to people, we get more and more wiser, like our elders. Cooperative economics. So let me tell you what he did with the money. After he had gotten more than 25 cents, he went and he started an organization that helped other people learn how to invest their money. And now they are growing and growing and growing and helping. Because sometimes we gotta help each other when we don't know exactly how to do and make our dreams come true. So every time I go back to Louisiana and go to New Orleans and the French Quarter, and don't believe them, y'all. You do not have to show to get no beads. Because you know how they say, throw me something, mister. No. Well, not in my day, but today I think they do. Some sights you could imagine for some plastic beads. Ooh, no. You know what? I think he even went into plastic beads, those little beads that go around, because he saw that was a good way to make some money. Well, anyway, I love visiting him and his whole family because they learn to work with each other and to unify everything that they have and practicing the Ujama, cooperative economics. So I hope that you guys got stories about working with other people and networking with other people and building up your legacy. You do? No, yeah, no. Well, y'all came to the right place. I done put you on to the right start. So next time you know somebody, hey, you know, in fact, I heard something about Bitcoins or something. Why y'all looking at me like that? They do have it. So it's something new that's always coming and going, and it's something for us to look into. So I want to thank you for allowing me to share my little story about cooperative economics. And when you go to New Orleans, do not do that yet. Thank you. So our next principle, and I hope you guys are enjoying learning about these principles. We can use them every day. The next principle is NIA, purpose. And so, as I started to say, and I was incorrect, but now I'm correct. Someone that you guys know, she lives here in the neighborhood. She's been around here at the Maple Groves for many, many years. And I understand that she was just elected to be on the board of directors here at the Maple Grove.
Friends of Maple Grove.
And so, please welcome Rainbow D. Johnson.
I'm going to ask everybody to take 1 minute, and our circulation is going. So let's stamp our feet and move your arms and get your circulation going. Please. Okay, because we're on the road. Come on, let's move it. Okay. All right. So, NIA is the 5th principle of Kwanzaa, and it means purpose. It inspires people to pursue goals and to fulfill your own personal ambitions and ensure that these goals help to contribute positively to the community. I came across this reading. I originally heard a little girl read it on Steve Harvey's show, and it just moved me, and I said, I have to share this with you for Nia. It's called, Hey Black Child. Hey Black Child, do you know that you can be what you want to be if you try to be what you can be? Hey Black Child, do you know where you're going? Do you know that you can do what you want to do if you try to do what you can do?
Thank you so much.
Hey Black Child, do you know where you're going? Where you're really going? Do you know that you can learn what you want to learn if you try to learn what you can learn? Hey Black Child, do you know that you are strong? I mean really, really strong. You can do what you want to do if you try to do what you can do. Hey Black Child, be what you can be. Do what you can do. And learn what you must learn. And tomorrow, your community will be what you want it to be.
All right. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Dee. Thank you for sharing. Because yes, we can be anything that we want to be, but we have to know what do you want and go for it. And don't let nobody tell you no difference. And use your creativity. If somebody says, what is that? And tell them, that's my stuff. And I like it. And we're moving to creativity. Kaumba. Kaumba is about using your imagination, using your creativity to explore whatever it is that you have in your heart. Creativity is demonstrated on the tables that you see on the side. We have Kwanzaa creativity circles for anyone that would like to go and create a beautiful gift to give to someone. Those shaker-rays that you guys got, remember I told you those are some old pill bottles that I don't have to take no more with the beans in it. Over on the side, after we hear Imani, which is the last one, you'll be able to go over to the side and decorate your shaker-ray if you choose to. Also, I love earrings. I forgot to put mine on. But over on the side, yes sir, hold it up. It's a little paper, a little paper earring. And the instructions are on the table. And you would be able to make your own little earrings. And you put it with a rubber band to put around your ear. And on this table, there are coloring sheets for children or for you just to hang up. Thank you. There are coloring sheets that you can bring to your children or grandchildren to celebrate Kwanzaa. And my daughter, I don't know where she disappeared. Oh, there she is. Come up here, honey. Come on up here, honey. My daughter surprised me for Christmas. Oh. Yes. She flew in from Louisiana. And my daughter's name is Jamar Renee Braxton. And she's a registered nurse. And she's a nurse at a school in Louisiana. And I couldn't go home for Christmas. And I had promised them when they were young, that no matter what traveling I'm doing, whatever, I'm staying home for Christmas. Because I had gone on tour in Europe during Christmas and New Year. And when I got back and saw the home videos of all the presents around the trees. But they were so unhappy because I wasn't there. And I said, I'll never do that again. But this year, I could not go back to Louisiana. And so she called me on a Friday and told me, Mama, I'm coming. I said, what? You can't come for Christmas, you got children. And she just adopted a little girl. So I told her, no, you have to stay home. And even though I told her my story, she said, that's your story. I'm coming. So Monday, here she is on my door. And then the building that I live in, we have security. And she knocking on my door. And I said, how you got up here? They didn't call me to tell me. She said, they know my face. So I'm so happy that she's here with me, and she's going to be here until the 10th of January. So I am so proud of her. I have 2 daughters. The other one is also in Louisiana. She's worked with the police department. And I'm just so proud of them. So she helped me to do the little shakerades. And she helped with some of the crafting that you see. And I'm just so grateful that she's here. And she did this beautiful little coloring of the Happy Kwanzaa to give people inspiration with their creativity. So again, we have crafting over here, and if you want to make more little shakerades, we have more of the little empty bottles with the beans so that you can put it in and make your own music. And we have the paper already cut for you to make your earrings, and with the rubber band. And we have colors, we have markers, and over on the other table, we have glue, we have tape, whatever you need. So that's part of the creativity. And you know, we all have to go inside and find that quiet, creative spot. And when she and I were getting all of this together, I was telling her, I need to do more of this. Because it's the quietness inside and the fulfillment of completing something and that instant gratification. And no matter if nobody don't like it, I like it. And so that's what creativity is.
So if she doesn't mind, I'll add, because when she was talking about the coloring sheet, she was saying for the children, and I was thinking to myself, like, adults like to color too. So I enjoyed coloring this. This is very therapeutic for me. So adults also.
Yes.
Color.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yes, ma'am.
Anybody here crochet these?
No, there is a lady in Manhattan, but I brought that because of the creativity. Please, let's
crochet.
Jamar.
She's in a crochet
Whoa.
class now, so
Jamar,
she gotta
bring
learn how
that.
to do that.
Jamar. This is a lady in Manhattan, and she crocheted this whole bouquet of flowers. And there was a raffle, and I won the raffle. And that's how I got these beautiful flowers. Isn't that? So she also crocheted this shawl. Yes, this shawl. Come, Jamar. She's my baby girl.
The same lady.
So this is a shawl that was also created, and it is with the Kwanzaa principles of cooperative economics, creativity, every collective work, all of it, and we will be raffling this away.
Not the flowers.
Not the flowers. Let's get that straight.
But we can take a picture.
Yeah. She made that one also. So we can raffle that one off. And the reason that I don't want to get rid of that one is because I'm also the artistic director of a group of senior storytellers in Manhattan with an organization called DeRote. And also, my dear friend Thelma recommended me for the opportunity to share stories. And we just did our last year a showcase and it was called A Bouquet of Stories. And so that reminds me of a bouquet of flowers, because everyone had a different story. And so that's why I want to hold on to that, because of that. But definitely we will be raffling off that in just a few moments. And again, we have the beads over there. This is after Owusu do his story of faith, Imani. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mic working? I don't think so.
No, we just got a project.
So like some 16 years ago, I was with this group, African Folk Heritage Circle, but I was behind playing the drum, just like I did here, not telling stories. Then Miss Thelma, Robin Thomas said, "Oh, Owusu, I think you could tell a story." So you had to write something down and bring it to me. So I write it and I take it over and try to tell the story. She said, "Boy, you need some work."
Yes.
And then she said, "Okay, I will introduce you to the nuts and bolts of stories. How to talk, how to walk, your gestures and everything." So here I stand. Thanks to tell my first story. And if that was not enough to say, when I'm done with you, you must continue with this bead. So I'm a member of this bead storytelling class, Pearls of Wisdom. But what I want to talk about is like 30 years ago, I was in the Episcopal church playing the drums, and sometimes I attempt to sing. And that day they had a special guest, Dr. Father Martin Carter. And so I had to play the drums for him, to welcome him. He was a very electrifying speaker, inspirational. As a matter of fact, they introduced him as a trailblazer, an inspiration. But for me, that man was a man of faith. So he invited me to come over to his church and help him with a cultural project for just a couple of weeks. That couple of weeks turned into 15 years.
Wow.
In the Catholic Church, I was Episcopalian. But this man, Father Martin Carter, he was born in North Carolina, 1930. So he knew and he knew about depression, but he also knew about racism. Because he said when he was a youth, 18 years old, when he baptized, from that he wanted to go to seminary. And none of the dioceses would accept him because he was black, and his daddy was black. And it was said that his daddy was a Garveyite. So there he wandered. So there was a section, or order, in the Catholic denomination called Society of the Atonement. And in their creed, they said they would not turn anybody away from the religion. So there he went, and there he became a priest. And he was blazing the trail in Ohio, in Cincinnati. He developed this organization, the African Catholic Youth Leadership, and people benefited because he was a historian too. But yet, for 25 years, they still refused to ordain him until in 1975 he did. He became a priest and he continued his work. And so they sent him to Brooklyn, Our Lady of Victory, Troop Avenue and Macon Street. And that is where he invited me to. So in his sermon one Sunday, he explained to the congregation, it is impossible for you to paint Jesus that color because the story is set in Africa. He has to be a black man. Scurrying of feet. You say, some people walk out of the congregation, but yet he continued. He said, yes, You're a black congregation, but are you a black church? And he set aside and did some things. First of all, he said, told one another, go outside and paint Mary black. Mary was painted there, so when you passed up the churchyard, the first time you seen a black Madonna, a black Mary. He looked up there and there was Father Jesus, painted brown. You see, the church has to be grounded in your community. You cannot be disconnected. You can be part of it. You got to be part of everything, the suffering that happened, the joys that it happened. So Father Carter had us join Central Brooklyn Jazz Consortium, the jazz organization. And from there he developed this music program that very regular. People look forward to one of the best jazz concerts in Brooklyn. You would come to a Victory Church in the auditorium and experience. So then the congregation began to grow. I invited another drummer, and there was drumming in the church every Sunday. We jumped with the choir. They reconstruct the music so they make it more rhythmic. And so the music was uplifted. It was inspirational. It was infectious to the point to say, hey, one time the bishop came down, the Catholic bishop came to the church, and when we started to play that music, he said, Father, I didn't know that you have a jumping church. So call it a jumping church because of the music and the life, the preaching. People want to come every Sunday. The congregation started to grow. You didn't have one choir. You had a gospel choir. You had a youth choir. And then you had about 3 choirs. So the churches were filled with life. But that wasn't all. He said that we must embrace our people. Know who we are, where we come from. So there you have it. An African organization through Central Brooklyn came, and they came to perform in the church. And they came and they performed in a traditional way. Hey, breasted ladies, oh my God. Father, how you could make these people come up on the pulpit like that? So we have to embrace our culture. That's who we are. That's our tradition. We must try to sing the songs because we are grounded together in unity and music. We get a lot of criticism, but yet he continued. And so, sadly, when he was 91, in 2021, Father Martha Harton passed away. But he left a legacy that we must believe in ourselves, believe in our God, worship God in the culture in which we were blessed with faith. I think I gotta stop now, we run out of time.
No, you got.
Thank you. Thank you, Owusu. That was fabulous, Ed. I'm glad you took my hint. I'm looking at you. Okay, guys. So we have gone through all of the 7 principles. So I'm going to see if I can test you a little bit. What's the first one?
Moja.
Don't be looking at that paper. What's the second one? Who?
Fuji Chakalia.
What is the name? Self-determination. Y'all not cheating, right? No. Okay, what's the third one? Ujima. What does it mean? Oh, y'all are paying attention. What's the next one?
Ujama.
Ujama. What does it mean?
Cooperative.
Oh.
Cooperative economics.
Cooperative
Economics.
economics and sugarcane. What's the next one?
Nia.
Who?
Nia.
Oh, I forgot I was standing in front of it. Okay.
Purpose.
Nia. Okay, and then what's the name?
Purpose.
And, ooh, I know y'all know this one. harmony.
Creativity.
Yes, yes, what you guys are going to share. And the last but not the least,
Imani.
Imani. And what does it mean?
Faith.
And we are doing all of those wonderful principles each and every day. Thank you guys for sharing your moments with us, sharing this moment of memory for us. If you can, storytellers, please come up so that we can recognize you for all the wonderful work that you have done today.
Can you get rid of the books?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
they have more
okay,
raffles.
okay.
They have more raffles about.
We sure do. Can I have them just come say goodbye to everybody? Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you.
I'm gonna go put this.
Got it. Thank you guys. Okay. Oh, thank you guys for coming. We know it's cold, but you did it. You had what kind of self-determination? Self-determination. Oh, I wanted to hear the Swahili word.
Kujijakalia.
Yeah. Thank you guys. So, please, storytellers, take your seat while we quickly go through our raffling. So we have 3 books left, and we have the shawl, and we have the crocheted little baby flowers. Okay. So I like one of the little baby
Oh, great.
Everybody got a ticket, right?
Because I'm never in the pictures.
Everybody got a ticket?
Thank you.
You didn't get a ticket? Oh, tickets are free.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even better. Thank you.
That's right, tickets are free.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the freezing cold outside, but all these people can't.
Okay, I'm shaking it up, okay? So this is for one of the children's book. So you can come up and choose what you would like. Okay? Pull off the number.
0,
Louder.
0839305.
3. Have a winner. Come and choose a book. Yes, thank you, darling.
That's it.
Okay, and we have, we tearing up everything. And it's being recorded. Okay.
I got you.
Okay, thank you, honey. So, yes, please.
She gets to pick one of these.
Yes, so now we're gonna move to another book. And, yes, you don't wanna go? Okay, Usu, can we have a little drum roll here? Okay.
0839315.
Well, good. Another winner. Thank you. So she gets to choose another child's storybook. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Okay. I understand someone traveled a great distance to be here. New Rochelle, I think it was.
But I think she had to leave.
Oh, she had to leave. Okay.
That's our drummer.
I was gonna ask her. Okay.
Yes.
So,
It is going to be 0839310.
What did you say?
310.
310. Oh, she probably
Yes.
does.
0839310. All right.
All right.
Come
Thank
on
you.
down.
Why is it
Awesome. Congratulations.
Okay, now to the little baby flower, and the last one will be the shawl. Okay, let's see if we can get someone else. Helen,
Sure.
Thank you, okay. Drum roll, please.
0839295.
Oh, that's me.
Do you want to bring it home to mom? No, it's okay.
That was so generous of you.
Oh, we gonna win it. Yeah.
Okay, 0839306.
Okay, I think we're doing. Okay, so the last one is the shawl. Okay. She handmade it. Okay, okay, Helen. All right, Helen, here we go. Okay, that's right. Thank you for the shaker aid. Here we go.
Wait.
Everybody is holding their breath.
We know what the next numbers are. 39.
Okay.
301.
One more hug. Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, let's see what it looks like on you. Okay, let me place it on you.
All right, take off the coat and everything.
That is cute.
This is handmade, guys.
That's amazing.
Oh,
It's
can
a
you
lot of
read?
work.
The tag for the person that makes this is in here. Can you read that? I don't have my glasses. By JL. And what does it say underneath?
Delicate wash.
Delicate wash, there you go. Good and
Okay, delicate wash and dry. Okay.
Put it on.
It had handmade. Okay, here we go. Like, put it on the queen.
All right. Okay. Yes.
Oh, perfect fit. Oh my God. It was turn around, sweetheart, so they can see the back of it.
Awesome. Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
We're gonna get the name to Helen of the lady that makes this. And so if any of you guys are interested in the beautiful work that she does, you guys will be able to have that. And we'll have it on our email address. Oh, take it from me, girl.
Watch her, watch her.
It's been with you. Again, any last? We got some save the dates. You got that on your chairs. And you got the Kwanzaa principles. Again, we want to thank you guys for coming in this cold weather. And you have been a part of our wonderful memory. I don't know if we have time for anybody doing extra work, but we thank you. And thank you, friends of Maple Grove, for inviting us. This is our 3rd year of celebrating Kwanzaa. Thank you, and I hope that you guys have, please, you share
Okay.
from your seat, share, please.
Okay, we're going to be saving the dates because African Folk Heritage Circle will be doing a performance February 22nd at Thelma's Salon. But Saturday, June 20th, they're back here, okay? And we all got to be back here, please. And Sunday, December 27th, okay? So please join us, come back, and let's have some more cooperative enjoyment and sharing.
Thank you guys, and got home safely. Thank you.
The practice.
You have time.
Challenge.